Hello and welcome to our video on Egyptian hieroglyphs. So the purpose of this video is just to give a short introduction to the very basics of the Egyptian hieroglyphic system, in the hope that this will inspire you and encourage you to actually continue with this study. Now, the hieroglyphs we're going to focus on in this video are the 24 signs that will appear on the next slide. Feel free to pause this video, print the slide, take a screenshot of it so that you've got this reference. Now, the reason we've chosen these 24 signs to start with is they are what is effectively considered the ancient Egyptian alphabet. The ancient Egyptians didn't have an alphabet as we have one today. For example, we have A, B, C, D, etc. The ancient Egyptians didn't have a system that worked exactly like this, but they do have these 24 signs that we can translate into a letter with which we are familiar from our own alphabet. So it makes them absolutely perfect for just getting a head start. Now, having had a look at these 24 signs that are going to be the focus of this, one of the first things you probably noticed, even if you haven't seen these signs before, is some of them are birds. For example, the starting figure is a vulture. Now, this can actually put a lot of people off. I've found before when I've been doing introductory hieroglyphs to people who've got little or no experience, they instantly are faced with, I have to draw a vulture, I have to draw an owl, I have to draw a chick. And they're like, I can't draw, I can't study this, it isn't for me. Yes, you can, and yes, hieroglyphs is for you. So the main part of this is I'm just going to take you through some drawing exercises for each of those three characters, the vulture, the owl, and the chick. By the end of this video, you'll be able to draw those three, you'll know those three, and then you can start learning the others. So let's start off with drawing the chick, because he's actually the easiest of the three. So I'm going to draw this with you. So to start with the chick, we give him a nice round head, a short pointy beak, then for his body, give him a stumpy tail and make him nice and plump. That's the idea. He needs to be a tubby chick. Add his little legs, and with the chick, it's also important to give him a little wing like that. So this is all you need for the chick. Make him tubby, a little stubby tail, a small pointy beak. You have your chick. It's as easy as that. Doesn't have to be ready for the Tate Gallery. Now, our next hieroglyph that people often say, oh, I can't draw him, I can't draw an owl. Again, yes, you can. So, again, just drawing the most complicated ones here. So an owl, two little points and a flat line. That's his ears and his head. His head is nice and square. So, nice square head. We then have his body coming like that, just two wavy lines. A wing, nice and curved. Do some little detail to give him little legs. So again, just a couple of straight lines here, a couple of straight lines here. Form him a tail. Add little legs. And then finally, just his face. So he's got two eyes and a beak. We'll make his eyes a little bit bigger actually, just so you can see them a bit easier. And there we have our owl. Fine. Now, the final phase, so the final one that we're going to draw is the vulture. He's the very first symbol on the alphabet, but he's often the most complicated when people start drawing him. That's why we've left him till last. But you manage the chick, you've managed the owl, now for the vulture. With him, make sure he has a nice hooked beak. Once he's got a hooked beak, he's a vulture. And like the owl, nice flat head. Rest of his head and his body coming down here. Give him an eye. Start to form him. And then he gets a wing. And the rest of him like so. And there we are. One vulture. Just final touch. Give him a tail. Like so. That's all you need to do to be able to draw them. So they're the three most complex. With those in place, you'll be able to draw those first 24 signs. Also note that birds aren't the only symbols that Egyptians created in the form of animals. In the 24 signs you have, you've also got two different snakes. So one of them, you know, he goes like that and has two little horns. That's your horned viper. The other one, he starts at the top with his head and curves down like that. That's your cobra. So be careful to distinguish those as well. But again, just a wiggly line, two little horns on top is your horned snake. And with your cobra, he comes down in a nice bend. So it's nice and easy. So with these 24 signs, hopefully you've got a nice introduction to Egyptian hieroglyphs. Please do have a look either through the web or if you're lucky enough to be able to visit a museum, get some experience with actual texts. That's the best way to learn. If you can actually look either on the web or in a museum at some examples of hieroglyphic writing, you should be able to identify some of those 24 signs. See if you can find an owl or a vulture, maybe the tubby little chick. One of the symbols, the wave that's water, is also often easy to find on inscriptions. Good luck, best of luck. I hope to see you all next year. Hey!